Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Sunday, December 20th at 3:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 553 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Fox News runs fact-check in response to defamation charges by voting software firm. Trump News, President claims cyber hack attack was exaggerated by fake news media. Here's how Twitter users reacted to the prospect of $600 stimulus checks. General sorry for miscommunication over vaccine. Overdose deaths far outpace COVID-19 deaths in San Francisco. Confederate Christmas ornaments are smaller than statues, but they send the same racist message. I failed. Operation Warp Speed leader claims responsibility for confusion about state's COVID-19 vaccine supplies. Trump clashes with Secretary of State Mike Pompeo over who was responsible for massive cyber attack. General sorry for miscommunication over vaccine shipments. An American college student has been sentenced to 4 months in a Cayman Islands prison after violating COVID-19 quarantine rules. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Ohio State wins Big Ten title as Texas A&M makes final case for college football playoff spot, CNN. Senate fails to advance 2 Trump nominees due to absences, Politico. Clemson vs. Notre Dame score, takeaways, number 3 Tigers smash number 2 Fighting Irish for 6th straight ACC title, CBSSports.com. Congress grasps for stimulus deal as Fed dispute poses final hurdle, The New York Times. Here's the never-before-seen Simpsons video game dreamt up for Sega Dreamcast, The Verge. Heated Oval Office meeting included talk of special counsel, martial law as Trump advisors clash, CNN. Facing a new coronavirus strain, the UK imposes strict Tier 4 lockdown, Vox.com. Former Packers WRJ Rowe catches first TD pass with Bills, Packers Wire. Cyberpunk 2077 was supposed to be the biggest video game of the year. What happened? The New York Times. Tiger Woods' son, Charlie, carries dad to 6th in first round of PNC Championship, ESPN. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Trump shrugs off massive Kremlin cyber attack as no biggie, baselessly points to China. Biden introduces his climate team, says no time to waste. Tight supplies for coronavirus protective gear cost states billions. Bernie Sanders, Trump's an authoritarian, but also a reflection of the Democratic Party. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Biden was successful because he appeared to be in the center. Warp Speed general sorry for miscommunication over vaccine shipments. Employers can require employees to get coronavirus vaccine, government says. Christmas rules tightened in England as new lockdown introduced. California hospitals crushed with COVID-19 surge. Mike Pompeo, pretty clearly Russians behind mass cyber attack. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Man wrongfully arrested by police lost job, savings. Illegal winery discovered at water treatment plant. Woman receives new van. Rittenhouse's family sells merch to pay for defense. Moms build Adventure Avenue during pandemic. Designer's passion for fashion results in TCF clothing brand. Free roof has homeowner dancing. Community brings holiday spirit to mom of 7. Colleagues share memories of fallen officer. Hospital crippled by ransomware cyber attack. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. COVID-19 updates, as vaccines arrive, virus overwhelmed US and Europe. Trump discussed naming Sidney Powell as special counsel on election fraud. Biden cabinet leans centrist, leaving some liberals frustrated. In last rush, Trump grants mining and energy firms access to public lands. College football playoff faces tricky call after messy year. Trump appointee seeks to cut off funding for global internet access group. UK imposes harsher lockdown on London, citing new version of virus. Biden announces climate team, including Gina McCarthy, Deb Haaland and Michael Regan. Apple and Facebook fight over your data privacy. Cyberpunk 2077 was supposed to be the biggest video game of the year. What happened? The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. California hospitals contemplate rationing care as they get more overwhelmed. San Jose State's undefeated season stays alive, captures Mountain West title. Texas A&M makes case for college football playoff, we can play with anybody. Rebecca Grant, cyber attacks against U.S. will intensify, Biden must bolster ability to defend and strike back. Michigan governor blames White House corruption or ineptitude for shortage of planned vaccines. Trevor Lawrence's 3 touchdowns push Clemson to ACC championship victory. General at Operation Warp Speed apologizes for vaccine rollout miscommunication. Potter leads number 12 Wisconsin past number 23 Louisville 85-48. Williams leads number 3 UConn to 106-59 rout of Xavier. CDC confirms COVID-19 vaccine allergic reactions, issues new guidance. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, December 20th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood itching to get back on tour, like pulling that arrow back. When they say go, it's going to be time to fly. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Sir Cliff Richard is back on the BBC 15 months after a bitter privacy battle with the broadcaster. Lily James gets passionate on the phone, but there's a totally innocent explanation this time. Strictly Come Dancing 2020 final, Bill Bailey and Odie Mabuse are crowned winners. No-deal Brexit looms as the EU mounts a last-minute ambush over fishing rights. French investigators want to quiz Prince Andrew as part of probe into Jeffrey Epstein's sex ring. Mark Harper and Steve Baker, we need to know how many lives lockdown is destroying. Public deserve a break from Matt Hancock, writes former cabinet minister David Miller. EU COVID vaccine delay will cost 15,000 lives, economist warns. Come friendly climbs and smile on Slough, it's most definitely fit for humans now. Chris Whitty reassures the public the vaccine should still work against the mutant strain. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News feed. Fishing talks move at snail's pace in EU-UK Brexit standoff. Palestinian Foreign Minister urges Israel to return to talks. Iraq's central bank devalues dinar by 22% amid public anger. Messi equals Pels 643 club goals, Barra held by Valencia. Armenia honors Nagorno-Karabakh dead, some demand PM resign. Chinese and Russian vaccines remain unproven, but desperate countries plan to use them anyway. Britain tightens lockdowns over virus mutation with significantly faster transmission rates. Israel is starting to vaccinate, but Palestinians may have to wait months. Japan had ordered enough vaccines for the whole country, now it has to overcome a history of vaccine mistrust. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus Live News, NSW Premier adds new restrictions on Greater Sydney as Northern Beaches locked down, UK tightens Christmas rules. Changing the role of women on screen, Gemma Arterton, in pictures. Folks, we're in crisis, Joe Biden introduces environmental advisors. COVID-19 patients killed by exploding oxygen cylinder in Turkey. Callum Wilson earns Newcastle draw after Fulham's Anderson sees red. Johnson U-turn leaves nation's plans for Christmas in tatters. Trump wanted conspiracy theorist Sidney Powell as special counsel on voter fraud, report. I took a trip to the North Pole, Anthony Fauci tells children he vaccinated Santa. Art in a petri dish, the Agar Art Awards 2020, in pictures. Everton sink Arsenal as Yerry Mina header piles pressure on Arteta. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Overdose deaths far outpace COVID-19 deaths in San Francisco. Humane Society gets 250 guinea pigs from overwhelmed owner. Video show Boston police shove, pepper spray protesters. Video allowed in trial of officers charged in Floyd killing. Judge gives Milwaukee's ousted police chief job back. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. COVID vaccine, disappearing needles and other rumors debunked. Christmas celebrations to go ahead in Bethlehem. God will forgive me or not, inside the world of a people smuggler. Ethiopia's Tigray crisis, how we survived when Mikhail was shelled. Uganda election, false claims about Joe Biden and others. COVID in Sydney, Victoria toughens border restrictions to curb outbreak. Coronavirus, Trump's COVID vaccine chief admits delivery mistake. Frenoy bosses, car accuses former president of attempted coup. Lionel Messi equals Pele goal scoring record with 643rd goal for Barcelona. U.S. cyber attack, Russia clearly behind SolarWinds operation, says Pompeo. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Coronavirus updates. CDC Advisory Committee recommends Moderna vaccine. UK imposes tough lockdowns due to possible new strain. Florida man pays past due utility bills for 114 families. This year, it's more meaningful. AP Top Stories December 19th p. As COVID-19 vaccine rolls out, undocumented immigrants fear retribution for seeking dose. Biden rolled out his climate and environment team. States were left scrambling after finding out they'd get 20-40% less vaccine than they expected. Here's why. How a Trump booster group helped the head of extremist Proud Boys gain access to the White House. The day in pictures. Will San Francisco, New York and other big cities recover from COVID-19? What a post-vaccine city could look like. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Earthquake, magnitude 3.1 quake hits near King City, California. California keeps shattering coronavirus records, straining hospitals. 2 weeks after defying a COVID-19 stay-home order, Solvang reverses course. Column, he promised his wife he'd keep the house, then he took out a reverse mortgage. California sues to recover costs for Exide lead cleanup, but community still wants justice. They risk their lives cleaning hospitals. Now, they are getting vaccinated. I want people to know that we exist. Against all odds, one man's spirit shines through on the streets of downtown LA in time of COVID. COVID stopped her parents from returning to China. Now their mom has cancer. Garcetti's decision to stay is a relief for some LA community leaders. LA County outlines wrenching moves to ration healthcare if COVID-19 hospital crisis worsens. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, December 20th, 2020. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Trump contradicts top U.S. officials, suggests without evidence China behind cyber attack. Millions forced to cancel Christmas as new variant of coronavirus spreads in UK. Chinese journalist who documented communist history is detained in Beijing. CIA-backed Afghan death squads massacre children inside religious schools in campaign of terror. U.S. Navy to adopt more assertive posture against China and Russia. Trump downplays impact of hack, questions whether Russia involved. Mongolia writes off utility costs for households to buffer COVID-19 impact. Mongolia on Sunday decided to write off payments of water, heat, electricity and waste for households and organizations across the country. Incredible photo produced as student takes longest picture ever, by accident. Boris Johnson announces London to go into terror for during Christmas. 9 people have been killed after an oxygen ventilator exploded at a hospital treating coronavirus patients in southern Turkey. Wind farms in Great Britain break record for clear power generation. Leading Saudi women's rights activists' family condemns potential 20-year jail sentence. Court finds evidence of crimes against humanity in the Philippines. Brazil's Jair Bolsonaro bizarrely suggests COVID-19 vaccines could turn people into crocodiles or bearded ladies. Ugliest orchid in the world among 2020's new plant discoveries. The next headlines are from Forbes. Clemson destroyed Notre Dame, but Fighting Irish still will make college football playoff. Canelo Alvarez vs. Callum Smith live results, odds, purses, prediction. Dan Bailey and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. 10 great movies to watch before they disappear from Netflix at the end of 2020. Billionaire Ray Dalio's son dies in Connecticut car crash. Marcus Rashford, Manchester United are close to winning trophies. Trump reportedly asked advisors about deploying military to overturn election. The Mandalorian finale crushes Star Wars into a flat circle. The 25 most popular shows on Netflix in 2020. We need an Operation Warp Speed to battle climate change. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,673,879,878 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. UK extends COVID insurance scheme, adds coverage for actors over 70, distributes $21 million in cinema grants. The Wilds renewed for season 2 at Amazon. Barack Obama shares his favorite songs of 2020, featuring Dua Lipa, Megan Thee Stallion and more. Eric Clapton and Van Morrison release anti-lockdown song Stand and Deliver. Twitter updates label on Trump's tweets after Electoral College certifies Biden presidency. 5 landmark homes designed by Paul Revere Williams, the architect of Hollywood. Jim Carrey resigns from Joe Biden duties at Saturday Night Live. Why Ma Rainey's creative team used horsehair to reflect authentic black hairstyles of the 1920s. How Disney and Lucasfilm are remaking Star Wars in the image of Marvel Studios. Wonder Woman 1984 gets early PVOD release in UK. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. I vaccinated Santa Claus, Fauci tells kids. Congress stuck, again, in quest to pass COVID relief. Space Force members will be called Guardians. Warp Speed official, 7.9 million doses of vaccine ready for distribution next week. Biden unveils his climate team, promising to fight with the urgency it demands. Senate report faults FAA and Boeing for failures in review of 737 MAX. Pompeo says Russia pretty clearly behind cyber attack, prompting pushback from Trump. Coronavirus world map, tracking the spread of the outbreak. Coronavirus is surging, how severe is your state's outbreak? In Georgia runoffs, Dems are running hard on healthcare, Republicans, not so much. The following headlines are from the week. Here's what Trump can and cannot do with the $200 million he raised on election fraud claims. Trump reportedly considered appointing controversial lawyer Sidney Powell to lead election fraud investigation. Trump again shows reluctance to criticize Russia after suggesting China may have been behind cyber attack. Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine has reached distribution centers. Marco Rubio latest lawmaker to receive COVID-19 vaccine. Stanford's vaccine distribution woes could be harbinger of broader issue, left out doctors say. 10 things you need to know today, December 19, 2020. Pompeo explains why it's wiser for Trump to keep quiet about suspected Russia hack. 5 insanely funny cartoons about Trump's election fraud failure. Trump's ultimate cell phone. The next headlines are from Universe Today. The European Extremely Large Telescope just got a 10% budget boost, now costing $1.5 billion. Here are NASA science priorities for the Artemis missions. White House encourages NASA to work on space-based nuclear power and propulsion systems. Here's Chang'e 5, seen from lunar orbit. These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, December 20th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Iceberg due to collide with island splits in two. A large Magellanic Cloud, our galactic neighbor. Solstice tale of two cities. First quarter moon is December 21st. The longest days accompany the December solstice. The next news is from Politico. Senate fails to advance 2 Trump nominees due to absences. Hispanic caucus presses Biden to appoint Latinos to lead education, small business. Biden says his climate team has no time to waste. Trump sought to tap Sidney Powell as special counsel for election fraud. Warp Speed official takes blame for overcount of COVID shot allocations. Stubborn Fed feud freezes stimulus talks. Trump downplays cyber attack on U.S., breaks with Pompeo on Russia's role. What happened to the Democrats who never accepted Bush's election? How U.S. agencies trust in untested software opened the door to hackers. FDA authorizes Moderna vaccine for emergency use. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Coronavirus updates live, Northern Beaches now in lockdown as Sydney COVID-19 cluster spreads. Central African Republic says former president plotting a coup. Cummins hopes MCG pitch delivers good battle as Aussies look to maintain rage. Sydney does not need Melbourne's advice, but there are a few things I wish I had known. Sydney and Brisbane tests could be switched under cricket's backup plan. Sydney's Northern Beaches in lockdown. Tablet Interactive, coronavirus outbreak. I failed, general in charge of Trump's vaccine rollout admits error. Contact tracing frustrations as 2 new quarantine cases recorded in QLD. Hospital fire kills COVID-19 patients in Turkey. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. What's worth streaming? Here's everything coming to Netflix in January 2021, and what's leaving. Financially fragile Americans during COVID-19 have difficulty answering these 15 money questions, can you? Millions of Americans are in survival mode. Beware, decisions made in this frame of mind can make or break you. Outside the box, Paycheck Protection Program has gone from business lifesaver to a mess. Newswatch, what could rattle markets in 2021, even as vaccines are rolling out? Where should I retire? We want to retire to Florida or a Florida-type atmosphere and buy a condo with lots of amenities for $250,000. Where should we go? Deep Dive, 20 of analysts' favorite large-cap stocks for 2021, including GM, Facebook and Salesforce. No matter what Congress does, 12 million jobless Americans will temporarily lose unemployment benefits. Fed lending still a snag as Washington lawmakers say they inch closer to coronavirus aid deal. Currencies, the US dollar is getting crushed, here's why you can thank the Fed. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. How and why startups must protect their intellectual property at all costs, entrepreneur. It's Your Business for December 19, 2020, the Topeka Capital Journal. Clarity on patentability in Australia Dentons, JD Supra. USPTO finalizes rules on patent amendments, fee discounts, Law 360. Nokia must pay $2 billion to enforce Daimler SEP injunction, Law 360. Skilled in the art, less is more when it comes to IP trials, law.com. The next headlines are from Quartz. Uber is trying to win back ridership with a kinder, gentler image. 10 of the most common concerns about the COVID-19 vaccines. America's green energy hopes hinge on propping up aging nuclear plants. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. This week in Tech Dirt history, December 13th, 19th. Lemonade beats Deutsche Telekom in French court over use of the color magenta. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Ole Miss football. UFC fight night. Juventus. Packers. Buffalo Bills. Alabama vs. Florida. Gonzaga basketball. FC Barcelona. Texas A&M football. PNC championship. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Netherlands ban air travel from Britain till next year over new COVID-19 strain, similar to fast-spreading variant in the UK. Bajo's latest lockdown order spurs mass exodus to other regions, setting off first evacuation of London since 1939, video. Are we following the science? Fauci tells kids he flew to North Pole and vaccinated Santa in COVID-19 advisory on Sesame Street. Netanyahu calls COVID-19 vaccine giant step for health as he becomes first Israeli to get Pfizer jab. If you compare risks, you'll take the vaccine, renowned U.S. physician says COVID-19 jabs are quite safe, video. Even Trump dumps on Bajo for stealing Christmas from millions of Brits as Tier 4 gets memed into oblivion. Soros funded Los Angeles to stoke more outrage by calling family of murder victim too uneducated to keep their mouth shut. CNN and Dems call to unleash hell on Tucker Carlson for trying to kill people with vaccine skepticism as his COVID rant goes viral. If only they'd listened to Greta, World Economic Forum mocked for comparing climate change on Venus with that on Earth. COVID-19 pandemic causes minor damage to corporate India, but takes heavy toll on the poor, Credit Suisse says. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. The populist American powder keg is primed, but will it be? UPenn ethicist, old people shouldn't get vaxxed first since they're too white. Do it for the kids, a student loan solution. Biden seeks talks with Venezuela's Maduro while on Guaido shutout. First radio signals from planet outside solar system could have been received, astronomers say. U.S. closing last 2 consulates in Russia, only Moscow embassy remains. Here are the 3 things that can blow up Goldman's euphoric 4,300 S&P price target. London, Italy enter full holiday lockdowns, England COVID mutation 70% more infectious, Hive updates. Pakistan pressure to normalize relations with Israel amid reports of secret talks. WHO, finally, admits PCR tests create false positives. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Pinkerton, the COVID class war, the liberated versus the lockdown. Mexican military raids large Christmas party hosted by El Chapo's sons. McConnell, Congress needs to conclude COVID relief talks, every day of delay costs economy and lives. Cruz blocks Democrat-backed bill that would open pipeline of migrants from Hong Kong to U.S. Watch Live, Turning Point USA Student Action Summit Day 1. ESA, if Newsom doesn't take recall efforts seriously, a recall is inevitable. Watch, 5-year-old battling leukemia becomes Santa mailman. Sarah Palin, Julian Assange deserves a pardon. Anonymous donor pays off $7,300 in parking tickets. Teenage female suicide bomber kills 3 in northeastern Nigeria. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 10 Best Last Minute Christmas Gifts. The Best 2020 Netflix Murder Documentaries. Craziest 2020 Conspiracy Theories. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. AI robot dogs training to explore caves on Mars. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. $10 goes to Stand Up to Cancer when you buy a cozy FabFitFun winter box full of gifts with $10 GNN discount. Kindness remembered, my Christmas story that made it onto page 1. 50 frontline heroes gifted new cars for going above and beyond to help during pandemic, surreal. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, December 20th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Singapore is the first country in the world to approve lab-grown chicken products. Chicken bites from bioreactor-grown chicken will be available for sale. 4 arrested for putting PM Modi's Varanasi office for sale on OLX. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Zoho Creator is how to create basic business apps even if you don't know how to code. Newly discovered Jupiter-like world could be the long-sought Planet X. Parallels Pro, Luminar 4, and more for $3.50 each. Here's your last shot at a Mac owner's dream bundle. Epidemiologist explains why COVID-19 mutation shouldn't scare you. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, December 20th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Park City cross-country skier Rosie Brennan sitting atop the World Cup hill. George Pyle, Tribune opinion section is still your soapbox. 9 Utah food gifts for last-minute shoppers. Letter, don't militarize climate change. Gordon Munson, what drives the Utah Jazz's new owner and his big plans for the team. Comeback for the ages, Utah football rallies past Washington State by scoring 38 unanswered points. Legend of Drew Lisk born as Utah football rallies for season-ending win behind ex-Jordan High QB. More than 100 people protest Salt Lake County Health Department for homeless camp removals. Homeless camps have been cleared out in Salt Lake City. Unhoused people say they don't know where they will stay now. Utah intensive care units now at 99.4% capacity, as state reports 2,408 new COVID cases and 8 deaths. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. A new release for new Octave. Ruby Gems catches 2 packages trying to steal cryptocurrency with clipboard hijacking. Physicists made an insanely precise clock that keeps time using entanglement. Apple criticizing banner ads now added to some of Facebook's iOS apps. A stranger crowdsourced $1,700 for a mistreated fast food worker. New UK strain of coronavirus more infectious, say government scientists. US Space Force members are now called Guardians. In Jakarta, EE9 Javix is finally renamed Jakarta. After 44 years, China becomes the 3rd country to return moon samples to Earth. Super Nintendo World Amusement Park previewed by Mario's 68-year-old creator. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Altercation over a dog leads to a man being run over, another arrested in Springfield. Iconic Eat Right diner permanently closes. Dr. Fauci, I vaccinated Santa Claus myself. Jolly All Saint Nick is ready for Christmas. No time to waste, Biden introduces his climate team. A winner, Chiefs vs Saints, with Breeze back to face Mahomes. Urban League holiday drive-through lends helping hand. Belleville restaurant gets indoor dining back after Fox files investigation. Clayton community surprises UPS driver with new roof, money. Postal workers face uphill climb with record delivery traffic during COVID pandemic. FDA authorizes emergency rollout of Moderna COVID vaccine. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. COVID-19, San Diego reports 2,509 new cases, 27 deaths. Lasting COVID-19 side effect causes patients to change diets, lifestyles. Homeless shelter leaders thank Gloria for keeping convention center open. SoCal remains at 0% intensive care unit capacity Saturday. Hacked federal networks will need to be burned down to the ground. UK nixes Christmas gatherings, shuts London shops over virus. Christmas star, NASA offers tips on watching once-in-lifetime conjunction of Jupiter, Saturn. Yes, your employer can fire you for traveling home for the holidays. Dr. Fauci, I vaccinated Santa Claus myself. Biden introduces his climate team, says no time to waste. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. When Russian Jews tried to steal a plane to reach Israel. U.S. to close 2 Russia consulates. Is this an epic cyber attack or spy operation? Cyber espionage campaign strikes dozens of organizations, including U.S. agencies. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Lockheed Martin video appears to show simulated attack on Russian S-400 system. French army will use AI to identify enemy combat vehicles. Russia will test next-generation armored vehicle by 2022. Russian army to receive first Mi-8 AMTSVN helicopters in 2021. Polish army receives first Pilota anti-aircraft missile system. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, December 20th, 2020. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Vanessa Bryant responds after mother files lawsuit demanding financial support. Trump downplays Russia in first comments on hacking campaign. Lasting COVID-19 side effects force patients to change their diets, lifestyles. Apple shuts down all California stores amid COVID surge. California girl rescued in Denver after being kidnapped by alleged pedophile. How to support small businesses during the holidays. Police investigating morning homicide in San Mateo. Woman charged with battery after coughing in healthcare worker's face. General sorry for miscommunication over vaccine shipments. How candy canes are made. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. We're extending the Believe project through the end of February. Now, who should get $100? Service, scholarship fund to honor two Naperville sisters killed in Ohio driving home. Preventable tragedy, Inverness family sues Peace Corps over daughter's malaria death. The year of the pandemic, COVID-19 pushed us to the limit, Illinois pushed back. Suburban hero, amid pandemic, Maine South student ensures blood drive goes on. Facts matter, Pope didn't say vaccine needed to get into heaven. 12 suburban Democrats vow to oppose Madigan's speakership, but others won't say. COVID-19 in Illinois, a timeline of the pandemic. Constable, roller coaster year ends on a high note for both kidney recipient and donor. Forced demographic report on Illinois Muslims is underway. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Canada, Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Peru. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Red alert for tropical cyclone Yesa 20. Population affected by category 1, 120 kilometers per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 0.132 million. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, December 20th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Houston leaders spread awareness about vaccine and COVID-19 testing. Storms move out, seasonable weather Sunday. Houston B-Cycle Company offering major discount on electric bikes for holidays. George Floyd featured on cover of National Geographic. Too busy to make a Christmas meal? Here are some to-go options. Is your car ready for the cold weather? Here's how to tell. Stimulus update, fought over Federal Reserve powers stalls COVID-19 relief deal. Illinois Medical Center resumes COVID-19 vaccinations after investigating reactions. 330 schoolboys kidnapped in Nigeria now free, welcomed home. Joe Biden introduces his environmental team, says no time to waste. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. A Woolaker sparks Oklahoma 284-65 win over Houston Baptist. Lawrence, number 4 Clemson rout number 2 Notre Dame for ACC title. Rodgers throws for 3 TDs, Mississippi State tops Mizzou 51-32. Bills beat Broncos 48-19 for first AFC East crown since 1995. Virginia Tech hits 23-pointers, routs Coppin State 97-57. AP sources, Trump floats Sidney Powell as special counsel. Washington scores 14 as number 20 Ohio State tops UCLA 77-70. AP exclusive, MLB payrolls dropped nearly $2.5 billion in pandemic. Pentagon plan on cyber split draws strong Hill criticism. 2021 Iditarod race in Alaska to be about 140 miles shorter. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, super rich are trying to cut the COVID-19 vaccine line. New admissions changes for NYC middle and high schools first step towards diversity, advocates say. U.S. Supreme Court declines to rule on Trump's census order excluding undocumented immigrants. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Legal aid sues state for more COVID-19 data at prisons, where the pandemic rages. My flu shot has hurt more, AOC among first congressional members to get the COVID-19 shot. Update, 3 found dead after fire at Elmhurst building with illegal apartments and slew of violations. Coronavirus updates, nearly 3 dozen deaths from COVID-19 in NYC Friday, Cuomo announces. Rand McNally's handy map of New York City circa 1908. Young Chinese New Yorkers rally around Chinatown's businesses. That may not be enough to keep them open. The next headlines are from Observer.com. French artist JR shines at NGV Triennial honoring farmers in drought. Thank review, does this fat burner work? We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake 4.3 mag, 238 kilometers WSW of Hihifo, Tonga. Light earthquake, M4.3 quake has struck near German Afghanistan. Minor earthquake, 3.4 mag strikes near Andrianoff Islands, Aleutian Islands, Alaska. Light earthquake 4.6 mag, 77 kilometers WNW of San Antonio de los Cabos, Argentina. Moderate earthquake, 5.1 mag was detected near Lada in Solomon Islands. Light earthquake, M4.7 quake has struck near Mbunti in Papua New Guinea. Minor earthquake, 3.8 mag strikes near Nikolsky in Alaska. Minor earthquake, 3.27 mag has occurred near Jerris in Puerto Rico. Minor earthquake, 3.2 mag was detected near Sandpoint in Alaska. Light earthquake, 4.7 mag strikes near northern Mid-Atlantic Ridge. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Online violence, fueled by disinformation and political attacks, deeply harms women journalists. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Terrorist who murdered 224 people released from prison because of COVID-19. New York Times forced to retract hit ISIS podcast series because it was a hoax. Andrew Yang calls for barcodes to identify people who have been vaccinated. American teenagers jailed for 4 months for violating COVID-19 quarantine rules in Cayman Islands. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Was Kevin's ticket thrown away in Home Alone? Another U.S. coronavirus record, vaccine shipments reduced. Did The Simpsons predict post-Trump budget woes? Do as I say, anchor as some politicians ignore virus rules. Trump downplays Russia in first comments on cyber attack. No, Chuck Norris' net worth didn't leave family in tears too. Did Costco make a shocking policy change? No controversial scene took the Beverly Hillbillies off the air. Biden transition team criticizes cooperation from Pentagon. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Audit in Michigan County refutes Dominion conspiracy theory. Anti-vaccine post use deceptively edited video clip. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. What to know about winter solstice and the Great Conjunction. Who should replace Jim Carrey as Joe Biden on SNL? Trump's bonkers Oval Office meeting with Sidney Powell was even too much for Rudy. My new blender is my favorite way to cook dinner. The Fitbit Versa 3 will help you reach your fitness goals and help you get out of bed. Ben & Jerry made delicious ice cream. Now they're fighting to free Julian Assange. Joe Biden saves Christmas from Giuliani and Trump in Colbert's Twas the coup before Christmas. We found a 115,000-year-old iguana nest fossil in the Bahamas. Why the flight attendant finale was so f***ing terrible. He went to the bottom of an ocean known for storms, and lost contact. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Knicks waiving Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Arson suspect charged in MTA conductor's death granted no bail. Bills rout Broncos to win AFC East, and Patriots dominance. What virus? Over 1 million travelers screened by TSA Friday. Improving dental NIM set for Jets return. Man, he's getting this. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Jupiter and Saturn will form the first double planet in 800 years. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Rep Nadler, Manhattan politicians to endorse Stringer for mayor. Tesla must stop clearing trees near its German plant site. Judge orders Michigan parents to pay son damages after throwing out his $25,000 porn collection. Judge approves live broadcast for trial in George Floyd killing case. Excavate Lindsey Boylan loses press staffer over Cuomo sex harass allegations, source. Judge gives ousted Milwaukee police chief his job back, a day after city picked interim chief. CIT, body cam video show Boston cops attacking non-violent protesters. Trump downplays Russian hacking attack, floats theory that hackers could have tampered with 2020 election that I won big. Devin Dalio, son of billionaire Ray Dalio, dies in Connecticut car crash. Extremely disturbing Hitler video circulating within San Diego PD. The following headlines are from military.com. Fort Hood's top enlisted soldier suspended, investigation pending. Former Tuskegee airman prepares to celebrate 100th birthday. Sentencing delay sought for fired VA staffer who killed 7. Portugal's armed forces help nursing homes battle the virus. Rockets hit U.S. base in Afghanistan, no casualties reported. After controversy and brief suspensions, Navy's official escorts team is up and running. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. General apologizes for bad information on state vaccine shipments. I failed. I'm adjusting. Here's what you need to know about COVID-19 vaccines in Illinois. Libertyville Hospital to resume vaccinations after temporarily pausing out of an abundance of caution when 4 staff members had reactions. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 7,562 new confirmed and probable COVID-19 cases and 108 additional deaths reported Saturday. First Chicago vaccine recipients report feeling great after historic shots. COVID-19 in Illinois by the numbers, here's a daily update on cases, positivity rate and hospital data in your area. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code, search for your neighborhood. Daily Illinois coronavirus graphs, 108 new deaths, 7,562 new confirmed and probable cases and 96,851 new test results. 1 dead in Ukrainian village crash, driver held. Shootings leave 1 dead and 11 wounded, including 6 at Burnside party. The following headlines are from FIS.org. 2 dead, hundreds flee floods in Philippine storm. More than half of Hudson River tidal marshes were created accidentally by humans. Identifying where to reforest after wildfire. Plants can be larks or night owls just like us. Researchers take a closer look at the genomes of microbial communities in the human mouth. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, December 20th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. 10,800 years ago, early humans planted forest islands in Amazonia's grasslands. The epic Battle of Thermopylae remains one of the most stirring defeats of all time. The Star of Bethlehem, can science explain what it really was? Christmas, death and surgeons' birthdays. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Foreman gets hot to send Cal hurtling past CSUN by 31 points. Gordon leads Samford past Kennesaw State 65-63. Beatty, Kenny carry LaSalle past Delaware 71-61. Tamiya Sadler's absence felt as UW women are routed at home by number 7 Oregon. Panthers McCaffrey, Ogden inactive for game at Green Bay. Falden, Jones Jr. lift Winthrop past Furman 87-71. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Champions, San Jose State beats Boise State, wins first Mountain West football title. The latest, Texas virus death toll rises above 25,000. Michael Mulder earns 15th and final spot on Warriors roster. Hear that? The Oakland Coliseum officially has a new name. One family's virus nightmare reflects deepening U.S. crisis. Biden introduces his climate team, says no time to waste. Steve Kerr, James Wiseman will be Warriors starting center before too long. Fight over Fed power stalls $900 billion aid plan. L.A. District Attorney backtracks on sentencing enhancements. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Police make arrests in Sacramento election protests. Police, shooting at Atlanta area mall, no one hurt by shots. U.S. Army asks for public help in locating missing soldier. Congress stuck on Federal Reserve fight as COVID-19 relief deal stalls. Army beats Air Force 10-7, wins Commander-in-Chief's trophy. Suspect in deadly NY subway fire arraigned on murder charge. SC man diagnosed with virus 3 days after playing Santa. Man, 58, killed in Tacoma hit and run, no arrest made. Man, woman arrested after car crashes and injures 5 children. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Trump to CIA, say goodbye to your war on terror. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, December 20th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Notre Dame left in Clemson's dust in ACC championship game. 2020 to 2021 NBA preview, not this King's last dance by a long shot. Woman fatally hit by semi in Morgan Park. 1 killed, 1 wounded in South Shore shooting. Vaccinations resume at Condell Medical Center after pause following the negative reactions. Man killed in South Shore shooting, police. Bears rule out CB Jalen Johnson, SD and Bush vs Vikings. Priority number 1 for Bulls coach Billy Donovan, teach this roster winning. This you gotta see, Bears, Bulls sitting at the same intersection, allow us to explain. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. St. Louis historic Eat Right diner has permanently closed. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, December 20th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are about world records making news. FFC sets new world record in discharging, packing of dab, business recorder. World champion shortened and retired and sold, harness link. Hundreds of South Florida volunteers seek beach cleanup Guinness World Record, Sun Sentinel. Powerlifter Zach Myers sets unofficial all-time raw world record total of 1,053 kilograms, 2,321.4 pounds, bar bend. French Iceman sets new world record in freezing glass cabin, France 24. Kevin Mayer beats Olympic decathlon qualifying mark in reunion, Olympic Channel. Lionel Messi scores for FC Barcelona, ties Pele's world record of goals, MundoBizalist.com. Disabled divers hope to set world record in the Maldives, the Macomb Daily. Shimanovich's WR, 24.9 split in 5 national records highlight BLR Champs Day 3, swim swam. Watch, Kira Toussaint tie her own world record in the 50-meter backstroke, swim swam. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Trump assumes this is fine, stands as PR fire over solar wind hack rages on. Here are a bunch of people getting the COVID-19 vaccine. Here's how the mysterious Twitter carp meme came to be. Yeah, this Marvel holiday short is a toy ad, but it's still pretty good. Lock and Key has been renewed for a 3rd season. George Clooney still isn't down with a critical reappraisal of Batman and Robin. Saturday's best deals, HP MVX 360 laptops, TCL 50-inch 4K Smart TV, AirPods case covers, 48-pack AA batteries, KN95 masks, and more. Gifts for the unrepentant Luddite. This 50-inch TCL 4K Smart TV is down to only $230 right now. Zoom exec accused of conspiring with Chinese government to surveil, censor video calls. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Algrabies Falls in South Africa at 112.46 degrees Fahrenheit or 44.7 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Zima in Russia at minus 59.98 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 51.1 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Car crashes killed 36,096 people in the U.S. in 2019. Kazakhstan spies on citizens' HTTPS traffic, browser makers fight back. The 15 best films of a bizarre, and probably historic, year for film. Second COVID vaccine approved for use in the U.S. Wildfire smoke is loaded with microbes, is that dangerous? A clever strategy to deliver COVID aid, with satellite data. Miyamoto leads fans through Super Nintendo World, and it looks incredible. Next, announcements from the World Health Organization. Meet the 100-plus outstanding nurses and midwives. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Homeland Security told Trump attorney DHS cannot seize voting machines, report. Watch, Giuliani said tell them Rudy sent you, and Showtime's The Circus did just that. Trump advisor admits he stopped caring about the pandemic, he's just done with COVID. Republican defends Trump's talk of a military coup, it was a conversation, not a revolution. Trump officials increasingly alarmed he may abuse power to overturn the election, report. Ron Johnson blocks $1,200 COVID payments, diving to become GOP's worst bottom feeder. Far-right dominates the internet with anti-vaccine misinformation, and it could hurt COVID response, virologist. Kushner's campaign money shell company should be investigated by a grand jury, ex-prosecutor. Scathing report finds Trump economic legacy one of the worst among all U.S. presidents. There's rampant speculation Melanie's Christmas card is photoshopped with an old Trump picture. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Report, Trump asked about imposing martial law to run a new election. Here's the team tasked with carrying out Biden's incredibly ambitious climate plans. The United States passes a new grim record, 250,000 new COVID cases in a single day. Trump considering naming Sidney Powell as special counsel. Trump loses it because a conservative tabloid recognizes Biden as the next president. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, December 18th update. Conjunction countdown, day -2. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. How to see the Christmas star above Albany, Times Union. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Psychologist offers tips to help children recharge and put the phone down at night, and NY. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, December 20th, 2020 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Former Central Intelligence Agency Director John Brennan on UFOs video. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, December 20th, 2020. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.